Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to this very special edition of Six in the City. Our Jackson Symphony is celebrating its 60th anniversary, and it's been a disrupted year with COVID and everything else, but we have regrouped, and we're going to be talking to several people from the Symphony. I'm excited about it, Cassandra.
That's right. You could actually call our show the Symphony 60th in the city. So
right.
It's going to be a special day today.
All right. We will be talking with whom today?
We're going to talk to Sherry Freeman. She's with the Jackson Symphony, and Anita K. Archer. And then Anita Hamilton. She'll tell us a little bit about the history of the organization of the symphony. And then Leonie Leonie Heffley is here. She's going to talk about the birthday bash that's coming up. And then Carol Kirkland is here with Stan Harris. They're going to give us a little bit of a board perspective from the symphony. And then Sherry Freeman will be here again. I'm choking, with Joey Moore.
Hi.
They're going to talk a little bit about the outreach programs and growing up in the symphony. And then Mike Ferris and Jessica Salonis, I think that's how you pronounce her name, will be talking about family ties and long-term connections with the symphony. And then our music is none other than music from the symphony.
Not the entire symphony, special groups of, right, ensembles. And
it's going to be a full show of the symphony today. So.
All right. Well, Cassandra's going to drink some water and get everything settled down.
Well, that's what got me in the place I'm in now.
And we'll be back with this very special 60th Six in the
City. In the City.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
As we all take care and precautions, practicing social distancing with more time at home, we may find ourselves using more broadband too, relying on internet, television, and telephone services to stay connected to work, school, and family. JA is working hard to keep our customers, employees, and families safe while bringing vital services during this time. Keeping you connected to the essential broadband services Jackson's homes and businesses depend on is one thing you can count on at JEA today.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
I'll sit on the floor.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you, and this entire show is dedicated to the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Symphony. Joining us is the executive director of the Symphony, Sherry Freeman, and Anita K. Archer, who's involved in most everything that we talk about on this show.
That's right.
And so it's good to see you. Good to see you both, and good to have you with us. Talk about all things symphony. Sherry, I guess the big news is the symphony has a program scheduled coming up in the month of April.
We
did. Fundraiser, so we're back in business.
We are back in business. I'm so glad. And we have wonderful week next week. It's just so many things going on. We've got the birthday bash, which I've got Anita K here to give a shout out on that. And then we go straight into the concert on Friday night. That's the big thing people need to remember. This is a Friday night concert, and it's called A Night of Symphonic Rock. Just a great concert that night. If you love rock like Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, the Eagles, Journey, this is just going to be a fabulous night. And we're so excited about this band coming in. It's just a wonderful night. So looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, we have a coro concert, a Brazilian coro concert. Okay. Our last chamber concert of the season at 3:00 at Union University on Sunday the 11th. So
okay, will that be at the Savage Chapel? Where will that be?
It
or
will,
in the
it will be in Hartley Hall.
in the room there. Okay, well that is fantastic. So the show will start Saturday night or Friday night. Pardon me, Friday night, 7:30.
7:30, 7:30 Friday night, and
Jerry,
Is that going to
this
be a
Friday
dinner?
night?
Bring your dinner type.
no, next
table
Friday
seating?
night. The
Next,
9th.
what the 9th? Okay, the 9th.
The 9th. And so start at 7:30. Yes, if all the tables, if they have tables, of course they know they can do their dinners or whatever. And then we have some balcony seating. Now we do have limited seating following COVID regulations with the city. So if you don't have a ticket and you want a ticket, you better be getting a ticket.
Better go ahead and get that ticket.
Symphonic Rock. Or that is 427-6440 for the Jackson Symphony or thejacksonsymphony.org. And then of course the birthday bash is going to be Thursday night. Then that's going to be at the bus terminal.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Anita K. Archer is with us. Bank of Jackson has been a longtime supporter of the symphony, is involved in so many things. So Anita K., why is the bank so involved with this organization?
Well, let me ask Sherry why I'm chosen. Why the Bank of Jackson is chosen to be on today.
Okay.
Because she is the lead sponsor on the birthday bash.
Not she, the bank.
Well, Anita K., I've never seen any of the other people from the bank on these shows. So you are the spokesperson for the bank. We think Bank of Jackson.
You're
we
crazy.
think Anita K.
No,
Harvard may have all the money. I'm not saying that, but we look to you. What's the reason for the Bank of Jackson? Because Bank of Jackson has been key in the Starlight Symphony, so many other things. The reason the bank is involved in this.
And we were just talking, we've been involved in the Starlight Symphony as the lead sponsor for 25 years.
Oh,
Wow.
So we're real excited about that, and excited again about being sponsoring the Starlight Symphony this next October. But right now we are the lead sponsor for the birthday bash, and so excited to do that. We did that because we were not able to have the Starlight Symphony this past year. So we wanted to support the symphony and chose this way to support it. So we're real excited about the 60th year of the symphony.
This is coming up next week. The symphony
On the
is going to be
8th.
Friday night, and then that will start at 7:30. And the bash is going to be Thursday night.
Thursday night.
At the bus
That's right.
depot.
Following the First Lady's luncheon that day.
Oh,
That's just going to be a busy day for you, Anita K.
It's going to be a real interesting day, but it's going to be a great day.
You better eat your Wheaties.
It looks at, I am. It looks as if it looks between about 78 degrees, 5-mile-an-hour winds, and a low chance of rain.
That's
Okay.
good.
So, and I say that because both of these events will be outside.
Okay.
They'll be under tents, and then we can accommodate that many more people.
Okay.
Well, we're just so appreciative of, all our sponsors and all the ways Anita K. and people, Bank of Jackson and so many sponsors that have been with the symphony through the 60 years. And I would like to say, a big thank you to H&M, who has been, like the Bank of Jackson, been with the Jackson Symphony for years. First Horizon Bank is a sponsor on our Friday night concert. Horn LLC, another great longtime sponsor.
Sherry, they're cutting us off. We got to go to commercial. So save those sponsors. We'll cover those sponsors in our next segment.
Sherry will be back with us later. We're going to talk about the history of the symphony. Thanks, Anita K.
Thank
We'll talk
you,
about that with
Steve,
Anita Hamilton
Cassandra.
coming up. The 60th anniversary of the symphony, and that's the reason we're here with this
Six
in the City.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
Our fight against coronavirus isn't over. We still have to slow the spread and do our part. Let's wear face masks in public. Stay 6 feet or more from others. Follow state and local guidelines. Wash our hands frequently and stay home when we feel safe. For ourselves, for our loved ones, for our future. Let's move forward together. Learn more at coronavirus.gov.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you. We're talking about the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Symphony. We do want to remind you that the symphony is starting back this next week in April the 8th, with the birthday bash at the Bus Depot, historic Bus Depot downtown, and then the 9th with a night of rock, and we'll continue to talk about those. Anita Hamilton is with us. She has been involved with the symphony for many years, has been a board president, continues to be active with the board, and we want to talk about the history of this symphony. Anita, I don't know of another city our size that has a symphony of our caliber, and that didn't just happen. It's 60 years in the making. How did all of this get started?
It is amazing what the symphony has done. It started back in 1961. So just think about that, 60 years. And the other thing about the symphony is that we are still thriving, and we have made it through COVID. So many symphonies really had a hard time this past year. We also, I don't know if people realize, but we employ 60 to 70 musicians that come from all over, from West Tennessee, Memphis, just great talent that Peter Shannon has, that get to conduct under Peter. And it is wonderful if you think about it. You'll hear more today on the show about people giving donations and sponsors. It really takes those dollars to keep the symphony going, to be able to put on the programs we do. I mean, we do like 6 shows. Sometimes we do 7, including the Starlight Symphony. We usually have 3 classical and 3 pops. So there's something for everyone. I got involved with the symphony several years ago. Someone asked me to come to a table, and I had no idea what the symphony was about. I had no idea we had this in Jackson, Tennessee. Wow. Okay. And it was like, wow. I mean, you can go to Memphis, Nashville, New York, and you've got it right here in our hometown. So it's all the many supporters. We have over 30,000 people attending throughout these concerts, and you can see the continued outreach we do, that we're doing on the Chambers series, the outreach with the youth orchestra. And I know they're going to talk about the integrated medicine program. I'm playing music in the Carl Kirkland Cancer Center in the hospital. So, the symphony has a rich history and great people that have been involved in it to keep it going. And we have a very strong board.
It's been amazing. In fact, it was the only symphony of which I know that continued to operate during this past year in Tennessee. Memphis Symphony did not. Nashville Symphony did not. And with work and cooperating with the city of Jackson, we were able to continue many of the programs. The symphony existed before there was a civic center here. And Anita, how did that start? Do you know?
Well, I was trying to do my history on that, and I don't have that in front of me, but I don't know if Sherry does or not, but maybe I can give you that tidbit. But I think it started by a group of people, and I don't know where they actually held the first symphony.
I was trying to think, I don't know if people use the Jackson Junior High School auditorium as it was then, and different places around, but it is interesting because people that come to the city now that the Civic Center has always been here. Well, It has not. And so it started in the early 70s, and we had Owen Arena prior to that, but the symphony started in 1961.
Right. And Stan Harris could probably give you a little bit of history on the Civic Center because I think his dad was very involved.
Yeah, he designed it, right? He was the architect.
Right. I'm getting that started. One quick little tidbit, and Leonie may talk about this. I was looking at the Greyhound bus station that we're going to have the 60th birthday bash at, which I don't know if any of you have, but I actually took the bus from the Greyhound bus station one time when I was young. And it was founded it opened in 1938.
Wow.
Okay. It's closed in 2018. So that was still a running bus station to 2018.
2018, okay.
Very excited that we're going to be able to have this wonderful celebration of 60 years at the Greyhound bus station. So I know I'm not going to steal her thunder, but people need to come out that Thursday night and come on for the Friday night, because again, it takes that support to keep our symphony running.
I really don't think people will understand just how much support it does take, Anita. So I'm glad you've given us a little bit of that history on the back end of the symphony.
Yeah. Anita, thank you very much. Appreciate all your work all these years and your
Thanks
leadership.
so much.
One of the reasons it's here. We'll talk to Leonie Heffley next. We'll get a preview of the birthday bash coming up, that and more as we continue this special, right?
We're going to go to music. See, we have.
Oh, that's right. We're going to music because we have, speaking of symphony,
yes,
we have symphony music right now going to the main stage right here at this Six in the City.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we offer dental treatment for your entire family. We have the latest 3D digital x-ray system. We offer implants, veneers, teeth whitening, and all the other normal services you receive at the dental office. We have 2 offices, one in Milan and one in Jackson, and E+ broadband telephone services allows us to connect both of those offices. It doesn't matter which office the patient calls, we have the ability to speak to that patient at either location.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to Six in the City, a special edition of Six in the City celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Symphony. Leonie Heffley is joining us to talk about the birthday bash. We're going to have a birthday party for the symphony. It's going to be Thursday night, April the 8th. It'll start at 6 p.m. at the historic Greyhound Bus Depot. What was Greyhound Bus Depot in downtown Jackson? So, Leonie, good to have you with us.
Thank you. It is so good to be here
Now,
and
what all is-
talk about
what
the symphony.
What all is going to happen during the birthday party?
Well, there's many highlights.
Right.
Of course, at a birthday party, you always have a birthday cake.
Cake, I
but
would think.
there is. It's going to be a wonderful celebration. We're going to have live music. Magi will be there.
Oh,
They'll be
okay,
dancing,
great. All right.
dancing in the street. We're praying for great weather.
So it's going to be outside.
We're gonna have-
Yeah, so is it going to be inside and outside, or is it just outside?
That's right. So it does depend some on the weather. So we're praying for great weather.
Right.
We've got the street blocked off right there in front of the Greyhound bus station.
Okay,
So the
so
plan
all
is
the way
that the
across to the
weather's
Ned
great,
then.
but the band is gonna be outside.
Okay.
Say it again?
It's all the way across
Yep.
to the Ned. Then we got the street block there. All right, great.
Yeah.
So Magi's
Yes,
going to be here. We're going to have
so,
a street dance. There will be food.
We can sell a lot of tickets. Okay. We can sell a lot of tickets.
Well, how much are the tickets to
So,
this birthday party?
The tickets, you can almost guess what the price is. It's very reasonable. It's $60.
All right, 60 for 60.
All things 60.
Yeah.
And the ticket includes all food and drink, including
Okay.
birthday cake and hopefully some champagne to
All right.
toast. And we're very excited about this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. We want people to come dressed casually. Many people are going to dress in the 60s
60s
era, 60s or 70s. I guess they kind of mesh together.
Okay.
So the goal is to have fun. And we had to get really creative when we could not have the crystal ball, because crystal ball is the Symphony League's major fundraiser. And when we could not have that in January, we came up with the 60th
Okay.
birthday bash as a way to be our major fundraiser for the year. And as has been said before, the Symphony League is a major contributor towards the Jackson Symphony. And
Leonie, for people who don't know, could you give us a little background on the Symphony League?
I was just going to do that. Yes,
Okay.
thank you for reminding me. The Symphony League got started in 1962, a year after the Jackson Symphony. And we are two separate organizations. The Symphony League is over 100 members strong. Anybody can join the Symphony League as either an active member or a contributing member. And the mission of our Jackson Symphony League is it's dedicated to helping the Jackson Symphony through fundraising, through education, and through social activities to foster an appreciation of live music here in West Tennessee. So it's a wonderful mission, and anybody can join. It is a great way to serve the community and to serve the symphony and the arts community. And it's a great way to make friends. I always encourage new people coming in to join, and people that have been around for a long time. It's a great way to serve. And, you know, when you serve doing something that you love for an organization that you love, it's very rewarding. So I've made a lot of great friends, and all of us have. And I'm proud to be associated with the Jackson Symphony League and the Symphony Board. I'm on the board as well.
Okay.
So if somebody was interested in joining the Symphony League, how do they go about doing that, Leonie?
Well, the best way to do it is just to call the Symphony office or to go online. So the Symphony office is, the phone number is 427-6440, or go online to thesymphonyleague.com. And that we have our own website. Now the Symphony's website is thejacksonsymphony.org.
Right.
So
the birthday bash is Thursday, the 8th at the Greyhound Bus Depot. It'll start at 6. You can get tickets at 427-6440, and we'll see you there. Leonie, thanks so much.
Thank you, Leonie. We appreciate it.
For this review. And we'll pick up, we're still going to get those sponsors in, and we'll do that a little bit later.
Yes.
Speaking of Symphony,
okay.
We've got more. Leonie, thank you. Great to see you. We got more Symphony music coming up right now as we go to the main stage here at 6 in the City.
We are in an opioid crisis. More and more of our neighbors are dying from opioid overdoses. More than 1,300 Tennesseans in 2018 alone. You have the power to reverse this deadly trend. Because of the COVID-19 outbreak, Jackson Madison Prevention Coalition is now offering free Narcan training online and by phone. Narcan reversal kits are available. Contact Mark Mason at 731-694-0741. That's 731-694-0741. Don't let your loved one become a statistic.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Hi, I'm Kedrick Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, Junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
Welcome back to Six in the City as we continue our special emphasis on the Jackson Symphony and its 60th anniversary year. We're joined by 2 board members. In fact, the president of the board is Carol Kirkland, who is with us. Stan Harris, longtime board member as well. And we were talking to Stan about the history of the symphony. You say the first performances in the 1960s were at the, what is now the Tiger, well, it's now Community Montessori, I guess. But it was Tiger School in those days.
In those days, it was Tiger Junior High School on Westwood, and that's where the very first symphonies were performed.
And that auditorium is still there and still in use in this city. Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Went to a Delacardo show there one night. And Stan, you were also talking about that in the history of the symphony, in 60 years, there have only been 3 conductors, music directors, maestros of the symphony.
Right. Dr. Petty was the first, and then Jordan Tang, and now currently Peter Shannon.
Okay, wow. What a great
That's amazing.
Carol Kirkland is the president of this board. Sometimes like herding cats.
Yeah, sometimes, but they're great.
Well, it's a great cross-section of people in this community that are part of the symphony.
Yes, we have 31 very active members of the symphony board, and they are very important people in our community. We have 1 ex officio member, which is Anita Hamilton with the Symphony League. We have 5 honorary members and 5 liaisons. And to be on the board, you are on the board for 3 years, and then you can rotate again and be on another 3 years. And then you have to go off for at least a year. You have to be a season ticket holder, and each board member gives a $100 donation each year to the symphony. And each board member is also assigned to one of our 5 committees. And these committees make everything happen for our board. Okay. The one that is new this year that we're very proud of and excited about is an endowment committee. And that's what Stan's going to tell you about now.
Okay. Well, Stan, let's talk about this. And Carol, what got you involved in the symphony? You could be involved in many things. Why did you choose the symphony?
When we first came to Jackson 36 years ago, our children had been taking Suzuki string lessons in Memphis. And my holdback on coming to Jackson was, were they going to be able to still do that? And so I found out that the Symphony League had employed a lady to give violin and cello lessons. Okay. Well, I was real concerned because the cello lesson is what our son James played, and I thought, we'll never find one. Well, that lady played in our symphony here, and she gave James cello lessons, and gave our other children violin lessons in a closet at Episcopal Day School during their recess time.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, children change your life, obviously.
Right. And so I got involved with the Symphony League then.
Yeah. Stan, this endowment is a new initiative of the symphony. What's the reason for this, and what do you want to accomplish with this?
Well, for the first 60 years of the symphony, if anybody gave a gift to the symphony, it went into just the general operating fund. It was spent the year it was donated. Sherry realized that there were people who would like to give a gift that had a more perpetual meaning to it. And so she and Carol formed a committee, and we came up. The board passed it. You were there with us, Steve. You're on the board as well. The Jackson Symphony Association Endowment Fund last year. The whole meaning behind that is somebody can give a gift to the endowment fund. The principal of the gift stays in a separate endowment fund account that we have formed. And then, of course, the income that's generated from the principal can be used as needed, but the gift stays in the fund for in perpetuity in theory.
Okay. The great thing about this symphony in the 60 years, I think, Stan, is the recognition now that this is something that we want to perpetuate and that we want this city to have this symphony from now on.
True. And then, of course, you know, a lot of people in their wills would like to make a bequest to the symphony, and they would like to know that that is not just a one-time gift that is used up in the first year, that it'll keep on generating long after they're gone, sort of a perennial gift.
How do people do that? Is there a mechanism set up yet?
Well, yes, we passed it at the March board meeting. There is now an endowment fund in place. Carol appointed 4 of us from the board on the endowment committee, and then 2 at-large people. Anybody that would want to give a gift currently, if they would just call Sherry or any of the people at the Symphony office and say, I have some money I'd like to put in the endowment fund, we're ready, willing, and able to take that.
All right.
We appreciate the presence of both of you very, very much in the history and the work that y'all represent with the symphony. Thanks a lot, Stan.
Thanks
Stan's
so
father,
much.
by the way, was one of the architects who designed the Carl Perkins Civic Center.
Right.
Right.
Thank you. Yes, he
That's
did.
a legacy. That's a legacy. Thanks, Stan. Thanks, Carol.
You're
We're
welcome.
back with more as we continue this special focus on the Jackson Symphony on this 6 in the City.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on E+ broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
With E+ broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit watchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit watchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E+ broadband's TV Everywhere.
Welcome back to this special 6 in the City focused on the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Symphony. Jerry Freeman, the executive director, is joining us in this segment. Joey Moore is with us. We're going to talk about growing up in the symphony, but we've been teasing this all show.
That's right.
We have some sponsors that we need to recognize about the birthday bash of the symphony. So Sherry, let's pay some bills.
That's right. That's right. Well, what a year for our sponsors. And we can't thank them enough because they've just been so willing to stay with the symphony. And we've had those great long-term sponsors and new ones. And so a big thank you. As I said on the 60th birthday bash, we're so appreciative of the Bank of Jackson being our lead sponsor on that. We really appreciate Harvard, Alexander, and all the work that they do over there and their support of the symphony. Voya Financial, another great long-term sponsor. Regions Bank, another one. Leaders Credit Union, great sponsor as well, and Stan and Debbie Harris. And so appreciate them jumping on that birthday bash, and what a fun night. And then to our concert sponsors, H&M, who has just been a great long-time supporter of the symphony. First Horizon, really appreciate Bill White and them. Horn LLC, another longtime friend, Kathy and Anita. Thompson and Smith, a new sponsor for us this year, thanks to Roger and his willingness to be flexible this year, and all of them. And Edward Jones, another great sponsor. Caitlin Freeman, somebody I might know on that right there. And then, of course, to Master Fit Medical Supply, John and Ann Gerard, who have for many years sponsored our chamber concerts. We just couldn't do what we do without all of these people and so many more that make this possible.
All right. Wanted to make sure we got that in. It's a good thing. Joey Moore is with us, and Joey, you've grown up with this, you say.
I have, yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I grew up in the youth orchestra program. I joined the Jackson Youth Orchestra in fall of 2008 and played for 3 years in high school and did some work in the administration in the office after that, and then in the symphony.
Okay.
So
wow.
Joseph, what got you interested in joining? You know, you said you were in high school.
Yeah, so I grew up at USJ, is where I went to high school, and I knew a lot of friends that were involved with the orchestra program, and my mom actually encouraged me a lot to join, and I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough or whatever, but I went ahead and I was like, I'm going to take an audition, and the first year I auditioned, I actually didn't get, but I worked really hard the next year. Got into the orchestra. I couldn't believe it. It was an unbelievably wonderful experience.
What it contributed to your life then, Joey, you think, when you look at it now?
I think it gave me a love for classical music. And I can say for sure, it gave me, as much as about music, it also gave me a huge, taught me a lot about having character, working hard, and that no matter what field in life you're in, whether it's music, not music, you are, it taught me a lot about being a character, showing up on time, giving honor, doing all the things, cultivating integrity and cultivating a really solid work.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Sure, there's a real initiative on the part of the board and the symphony this year under your leadership to sustain and perpetuate the youth symphony as well.
Really is. Joey and Grace and Elise, we have 3 musicians that sit with the Jackson Symphony Orchestra that all came up through our youth orchestra. And, I guess being an old educator, that, I believe that you invest in your future. And the youth orchestra has certainly done that. It's been with us since 1981. And we are 1982, excuse me. I believe they're 40 this year as well. We're 60.
Okay.
And so we're, really appreciative of them, of that work. And another thing I just want to quickly mention is the fact that so many of these musicians then take this work into our community. Our music and healing program is a wonderful program that we provide. Even during COVID, our musicians have been in the cancer treatment rooms at the Kirkland Cancer Center throughout much of this. And we're just so glad that these musicians grew up with us, but now not only play with us, but they play for the community.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Well, that is very, very special. Very, very special work. Look for Joey Friday night. He'll be the one saying we're going rock and roll.
We sure are.
Thank you guys
Speaking
for
of the
what you
symphony,
do.
we're going to go back to the main stage and we welcome once again performers from the Jackson Symphony.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Need to check your bill balance? Set a payment extension. Get outage notifications. With JEA, it's easy. Text. When you enroll in JEA alerts, you open all those possibilities. To enroll, text JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 53248. Text JOIN to 53248. If your cell phone number is current, two-way texting is yours. Real-time communication, direct customer service with JEA today.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, and any way you can imagine.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to Six in the City. Our special focus is on the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Symphony. Join us, board members Mike Ferris and Jessica Salonis. They're also father and daughter. And we appreciate you both. And Mike, you said Jessica's the reason you got back on the board.
Well, yeah, I moved over here in 1991, came to work with NOMA. I don't know if you remember them or not.
Right.
And I came from Nashville, but never went to a symphony over there. We kind of just went to concerts, saw all the music we wanted to. And I was like, I can't get my music fix in Jackson. And NOMA was a big supporter at the time. And I started going to the symphony then. I got on the board back in the 90s. And when we started doing the legend concerts. You remember the first one, Steve, with Carl Perkins. He did it for us for nothing, and boy, we made bank on that one. But we had a lot of fun then, and I kind of rolled off and kept coming to the symphony, supporting it just by being attending and not really involved. But during that period in the 90s, our daughter started going to the symphony with us, probably when she was 13, 14. And it got in her blood. So,
Jessica, did they have to drag you, or did you want to go? Or
No, I wanted to go.
You wanted to go, okay.
They always seem to have a fun night out, and I like to see people, and I felt like a grown up. I was 13. It was really cool.
Well, actually, you came with my mother one time.
I did.
Yeah.
So, Mike, your sentiments and Jessica are both. A lot of people have never been to the symphony, live in this city. And I think the impression of many is that they wouldn't enjoy it and really don't want to go, just are not interested in it at all. And that's the experience I think so many people have, that when they go, it's like, hey, this is pretty good.
That's one thing I like about what Jessica's trying to do. She's trying to round up some younger people. Steve, I'm older than the symphony. I hate to say that, but I am older than the symphony. We need people that are younger than the symphony to get us to the next the next big anniversary of the 100-year.
Jessica, how do you go about doing that and talking to people?
How do I what?
Yeah, go about doing that, trying to get them to come to the symphony.
I just try to inform people that, I don't play music. I think I did the piano for like 3 months in the third grade. I wasn't very good at it. No one wanted to hear it. And so I think that people think that you have to be really musically inclined to understand the symphony, or you have to be one of those people that likes, really formal things. And it's really not. You can go and enjoy it. I love the Pops concerts. It's my favorite, that we do 4 of those every year. And it's a good time, and they play music that but we have our full symphony behind it. It's just beautiful. The Christmas concert's so fun. And so I just share with people, it's a good date night. My husband loves it too. I've been dragging him now for over a decade, and
his mother
and
sings.
his mom, his mom sings in it, in the choir sometimes too. And It's just a really fun date night. And I try to tell people it's not stuffy. It's fun. You get to see a lot of people. Get our dinner catered in, and Dad and I throw back some wine. Usually, it's fun.
Mike, I think one thing we've seen too is just the development, the quality of the symphony, the musicianship, and everything else.
Oh, absolutely.
I was a big Jordan Tang fan because he was my first conductor I knew.
Oh yeah, I love him to this day. Respect his work very much.
Peter's taken us to another level on the quality, and I think we had so many things planned, and the COVID crash just really stopped that momentum. But it didn't. It stopped the momentum, but it didn't stop you'll see next Friday night. It's not going to stop the quality.
And we're going to rock and roll next Friday night, April the 9th at 7:30 at the Civic Center. The birthday bash is on the 8th.
A good story. I started taking my daughter, my kids to the symphony. Actually, her brother is coming from Memphis to come to this one next Friday night. But what have you started doing?
I started taking my boys. I have 7 and 9-year-old little boys. And a couple years ago, it was a great idea. I'm not sure whose original thought it was. Might have been Peter's. But they started doing a family concert. And right before the Christmas concert, and we're doing another one, I think, in October before like a Halloween costume one. And it'll be really fun. My kids loved it. They thought they were really special getting to come.
Oh, wow.
All right, great.
That's great.
We're going to get away. Thank y'all very much, Mike and Justin.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back to wrap all this up and hear more from the Jackson Symphony on this Six in the City.
When I heard the word leukemia, I was terrified.
Thanks. Right here in West Tennessee, people are fighting for their lives.
Even though you know they're taking chemotherapy and they got a long road ahead, if they can maintain their smile and their energy, it makes it a whole lot easier.
That's why platelets are so vital. Wendy's blessed. Her son survived.
There's only one place to get platelets, and that's from people like you. Please give.
Doing what's never been done. The American Public Power Association includes over 2,000 local public utility systems. Over 15 years, the APPA has presented RP3 awards, recognizing system reliability, safety, workforce development, and improvement. JA in 2020 not only received the top-level Diamond RP3 award, it was presented to JA for the 7th time. No utility has been so recognized. Honored Public Power, another part of JEA today.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to Six in the City. And our thanks to everybody associated with the Jackson Symphony. And a reminder that the symphony goes back into a concert April the 9th. That'll be at 7:30, and it's a night of rock and roll, special night. And the birthday bash is at the historic Greyhound Bus Depot downtown, starting at 6 o'clock Thursday, April the 8th. Get tickets for both at 427-6440 or thejacksonsymphony.org.
That's
and
right.
We appreciate everybody being with us.
Should be just an amazing celebration. So.
I know somebody's running somewhere.
Of course, it is getting back to somewhat normal. We can actually have races in person. And coming up this weekend is the Andrew Jackson Marathon. It's Tennessee's oldest marathon. And we are still in need of volunteers, especially road guards. So if anybody out there is looking for, a good time to help out the Carl Perkins Center, because all of our proceeds go to the Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse. It's a great opportunity. It's fun. We have a lot of fun with the race. The runners they love getting that experience from our road guards. So it's a fun
still
time.
a Boston Marathon qualifier?
It is still a Boston Marathon.
It was done. It was done on the sesquicentennial of this city. Of course, we're being the
That's when it
bicentennial
started.
next year. So it'll
That's
be the
right.
Okay, very, very good. The Cowboy Canter is coming up, I know, on the 17th. And then I met a gentleman today that
I do.
Broadway is going to run all the way from the Rockabilly Hall of Fame site on Church Street to Beale Street to raise money for the Child Abuse Center.
That's right. Randy is an ultra runner, and he runs miles and miles and miles. Just, you know,
The 24-hour run, they say.
Yes, 24-hour run. He's running from downtown Jackson to downtown Memphis. He's going to end up on Beale Street, and he is raising money for the Carl Perkins Center in Chester County, I believe. And we're going to have him on next week, so he'll actually be with us to talk about it more. But he's got a link on Facebook, and it's I think the theme of his is breaking the chain of child abuse. Search for that on Facebook.
This week is Holy Week as we head toward Easter Sunday, and the Ministerial Association has noon services that are carried on E+ TV 6, and that will continue Wednesday and Thursday this week, and they're repeated at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
And we hope everyone has a blessed Easter. And what is that website? We got a website? Oh yeah, eplustv6.com. I thought you were talking to the Ministerial Association.
I know, I did too.
eplustv6.com is the website. So noon and 8, and we hope everyone has a blessed Easter. Thanks to Sherry Freeman and all the folks that put all this together. And our big salute to the 60th anniversary of the.
Yes, definitely. What a great aspect.
We got music, right?
Yes, we have music. We're going to wrap the show with some more music.
We're going to wrap this up with music from the members of the Jackson Symphony. Thanks for being with us.
I'll see you next week.
Thank y'all.
All right.
Thank you, Sherry.